Yeah, watch it. Got the words on the track. Dead on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamar. Wow. Yeah, the statistics shows my ballistic flows generate big cake, not big candles. That spaghetti them O's. I'm so ready, how them pack my clothes. I'm so heavy with no D. How them boys, I rock them gators more than gun beat boys. I'm the real raw deal, y'all just still decoys. Like
So, and it transformed from fiction into realism, even though it is a work of fiction.
For that green like for Rick, no, not from New Orleans, but can you see me, homie? In mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check a text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check a text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check. Check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Yeah, look around, left, right, up and down.
So in the time before everything starts, and the second book kind of gets into the very beginning of it, and then the third book kind of ends up the first phase of what happened.
My target audience when I wrote it, in my head was were basically teenage girls that had read Twilight and were sorry that it was over.
From this reason. And they are animals being arsenic.
But you know, you're the bus driver, right. You know, yeah, there he is, you know. I was like, that's cool. It's like we're made for it.
Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check a text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't.
Everybody got an alter ego. I wish I actually did have them Gucci shoes inside that Gucci bag. Yeah, I'm a soul dude, but I can want it, right? Truthfully.
I can rock diamonds if I want to. You can get naked if you want to. Because it's what I want. The first W is what I wanna do. I want you to be horny, baby. I want you to be on me, baby. I want you to want me, baby. I want us to have them flashing things. See, you can get naked if you want to. I want you to be horny, baby. I want you to be on me, baby. I wanna have them flashing things. It's alright. Once is my alter ego. Even the most chill person got one of them. This section is for me, yeah. But I'm happy that you're here. That you may wanna listen through just cause you want to.
Thank you. Welcome to another great show of APN TV Media. We have a lot in store for you today. Actually, we have a returning author, or say returning guest, and his name is Kevin Wilkes, or should I say Leslie Kevin Wilkes. He is from California. Okay. Also, this is his second book, by the way. This is his second book, his second release. The first one was Eating Bad for Good Health. It's about, learning about obesity, and it's a children's book, actually, but I'd look at it as more as a family book. As well, the takeoff from there, from the last session that we had, or last segments a few months ago, he is now introducing us to eating backwards to move forwards. I said eating backwards to move forwards. Yes. And eating backwards to move forward. And again, he's nutritionist as well. And by the way, his corporation is WLL Enterprises Incorporated. Okay, we're going to get into that again, as a reminder. But what he's trying to accomplish with these 2 books, or should I say 3 books? Because by the way, I believe there's a coloring book. So not only does he has 3 books actually. Not only he has the first book that's released called Eating Bad for Good Health, but his second new release that we're going to be talking about today is Eating Backwards to Move Forward. And then on top of that, we have a 3rd book, which the 3rd book is a coloring book. And all this is about nutrition. Okay, and I think the second one has to do something to do with cholesterol. But we're going to get into that in a few moments. So I tell you what, as a matter of fact, we will begin right after this. Thank you.
Yeah, watch it. Got the words on the track. That on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamont. Wow. Yeah.
Why should our kids eat healthy? That's a good question. What happens when they don't eat healthy? Well, eating unhealthy leads to an unhealthy life. What can it lead to, you may ask? It can lead to childhood obesity, which leads to diabetes, high blood pressure, and also heart problems. It also can lead to our kids taking medicines at an early age and also extended hospital stays. How can we bring awareness to our kids about childhood obesity? How can we bring awareness to our parents about childhood obesity? Bringing awareness to our kids and their families about childhood obesity helps the whole family. Everyone is healthy and everyone is happy. I think I might have the solution. Follow me and let's see.
Welcome back. Yes. And that was awesome. That was one of his PSA media trailers. That was for the, or I should say media trailer, for Eating Bad for Good Health. Yes. But here, let me try to just recap on Eating Bad for Good Health. This book is designed for, put this on for a moment. I think everybody's used to it. This book is designed for kids ages 5 to 13 to bring awareness to our youth about proper eating and what the improper diet leads to, such as high blood pressure and diabetes. Okay, it also shows the importance of exercise and meeting with nutritionists to get help. So this is for Eating Bad for Good Health. But his newest one is called Eating Backwards to Move Forward. So without further ado, we have him on the screen here. Kevin.
How you doing, Steven?
How you doing? Doing great. Welcome back. Yeah.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, I see that I kept saying it was 2 books, but actuality is 3. 3 books.
Three out of a series of 6.
Wow, you are doing it. Wow. And it's all based in nutrition.
Correct.
Is that correct? Do me a favor. Like I said, I was talking about doing a recap. Let's do a recap on Eating Bad for Good Health. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Just a little bit about the Eating Bad for Good Health.
Well, Eating Bad for Good Health was an introduction to the company and also the mission that I had. And it's just everyday life. It's 3 boys and their sisters, it's based on the school, going to school, and little things that, like kids teasing other kids about what they're eating, throwing their food away, and what happens when you don't eat good. One of the little boys ended up in the hospital, and it's just just day-to-day things that kids can relate to.
Okay, is there you know what? Why did you write this particular book? Because I see that you had, and I'm going to share with the audience, because this book went from eating bad for good health to the next one, eating backwards to move forward. So, why did you write this particular book this way, eating bad for good health?
Because it shows that, for one thing, it's a question that no one can answer. Can you eat bad and still have good health? Then they ask me, well, what does that mean? Well, you have to read the book. So it's something that brings a thought to everyone's mind, and gets them interested in what is this book talking about?
Very interesting. Very interesting. But also that follow along with the gym. You've also, are you still putting together a nutritionist gym?
Yes, I am, and it's hopefully it'll be up and running this year. It will be Just My Size Fitness and Nutritional Center.
Say it again.
Just My Size Fitness and Nutritional Center.
I like that. Just My Size. Wow. Excellent. Yes. Okay. I'll make sure I probably don't want to stay onto that one, but I'm trying to relate it into the second one, because this one, eating bad for good health, it was mainly about the obesity. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's an introduction to different chronic problems that can develop from not only from obesity but unhealthy eating.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Now, when you switched over into the eating backwards to move forwards, which is very interesting. Eating backwards to move forwards. Okay. Now, this one is based upon. You know what? I want you to tell me how. I'm trying to relate both books together. So you're eating bad for good health, okay? Because I know that's based upon obesity, and then now you're doing a eating backwards to move forwards. So you know what? Elaborate a little bit about that. How about this?
Eating backwards to move forward? It picks up from where book one ended. The boys went on vacation, their summer vacation, and if you read book one boy got sick. So he didn't get sick in the second book because he had to go to summer school to make up for it. But the other two boys got sick. And it just describes unhealthy eating and different things that it can lead to, such as Alzheimer's and different things that unhealthy eating can lead to when you get up in age.
So you mean to tell me that in the first book, okay, the first book was about the okay. Let me get this right. Okay, so how the story, when it shows them, they thought they were their eating habits weren't right, so the transition was learning how to the food that you thought. Why I keep thinking like the food that you thought might have been bad was good. But like the apples and bananas, stuff like that. I mean, interject if I'm saying something wrong, please, by all means, because I'm trying to.
Actually, it wasn't that. It's the way of cooking, and they were eating a lot of fast food and improper diets. In their lunches when they were going to school. It explains that in book one, and it shows that
one of them got sick.
It shows that after eating so much of that bad food, what happens to you. So that's how book one came into play. And book two shows how actually you weren't eating fast food, but you were still eating food that was not good for you. I can't give it all away, but and it leads to different problems that will affect you later on in life.
Okay, so what it is that you have, okay, what I was trying to look at this transition. And the transition was he went from, it was a group of kids.
Yes.
Okay, a group of kids. And I commend you on that, by the way. I do commend you on that. Okay, and the process of how you're doing it. I'm just trying to open up a doorway here to show the transition of it's not just a nutritionist health book, but also it has a storyline to it.
Yes, it does. You know, they at the end of book 1, they were on their way to being healthy. Book 2 starts off with they're talking about what they did for the summer vacation, and when they went, each one, 2 of the boys went away and did certain things for the summer vacation, which caused them not to be eating healthy. They weren't eating junk food, but the way the foods were prepared and the things they were eating could lead to serious problems later on in life.
Wow, very good and well said. That is what I was counting on. That is what I was counting on within that storyline. Now, you know what? Actually, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about, how about it? Leslie Kevin Wilkes' personal life and seeing what he's doing up there, within this nutrition factor. So I'll see you in a few moments.
Yeah, watch it. Got the words on the track. That on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamar. Wow. Yeah.
You ever had a dream where you just want so much for yourself, but you don't know how to get there because you don't have many options? But you do anything for your loved ones, your mom, your dad, family members, to the point you don't even know how to get there. You just know the ending result, but you don't even know the middle of how it's going to all happen. And you have to deal with waking up and not having stuff to aspire to, seeing boarded up homes and shattered dreams, and kids not even wanting to play outside. It's like my dad had the American dream of owning a home, which he did. In my small town of New York City, everyone has dreams, but too many are too scared to chase them. I don't want to focus on what society tells me I can and will be. I want to be so naive that dreaming is like anything that my mind creates, it can happen. I want to be fearless in chasing any goal I set my mind to. I want to catch anything that I feel like I deserve, that I feel that's owed to me for my diligence of hard work and being patient and always being at the moment. I feel like I'm always at the right place at the right time. Even my environment now, I know it's all for a reason. It's for me to inspire somebody to say they can do this and they can do that. To go after what you feel like you deserve. That's what I want to live for. And when I die, that's what I want to stand for. That's what I want my legacy to be. Is to be a dreamer. A dreamer of the boy who caught 22.
Welcome back. Yes. Welcome back. Okay. Now let's see what Kevin has for us. Now when you look up his work, it's going to say Leslie Wilkes, Leslie, Leslie Wilkes. Also, he has a website, and I believe it's WLLenterprises.com. inc.org. Am I saying that right?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Okay, thank you. And on his personal note, within his personal life, on health nutrition, I know I asked him this before because I was like, I'm learning how to lose a little bit of weight. It's nothing wrong with getting healthy, to tell you the truth, because you do become miserable, when you're gaining weight or have a problem to balance it in, and it's in a way, your book introduces, I know it introduces children, the nutritionists, but didn't it get the families involved, or am I jumping ahead of myself?
No, it is. And actually, my organization, we teach through 3 different ways. We teach through education, fitness, and nutrition. And the educational part is where the book comes in, because that is something that the kids can relate to. And if 9 times out of 10, if a kid reads something and it sticks with them, they will be on their parents not to do certain things because they don't feel that it's right. So through that, and then through nutrition, like I'm a certified nutritionist, I will help the parents plan out a meal and try to show them how the money that they were spending on fast food, they can cook a meal that lasts a couple of days, something that's healthy for the kids. And also we have fitness trainers that will work with the kids. Carol and Linda, one would train through improv to stimulate their mind as well as their body, and Linda would train them strictly through floor exercises. And this is something that, the course would generally last maybe 2 weeks. And then we have a new program that's called Healthy Mind and Body Program. And what that is that the kids are trained through nutrition. Them and their families are trained through nutrition. The kids are trained with fitness. And then also the mind part comes in is that every time the kids would visit the gym, after it's over, after their little session, they will have a book. And they will draw a little picture and write down what they did that day. And at the end of the 2 weeks, I will have that book printed for them so they'll have something to remember their achievements by.
Wow, that's interesting. Yes. That's interesting. Yes. Also, okay. Now let me see if I can also open this doorway as well, or this pathway. Okay, if I understand this correctly, you have everybody in place within this nutritionist field. Now, this is over there. If we wanted our children, or family, I'll just say family-wise, okay, can the family go onto your site? Okay, can the family go onto your site and be able to get the assistance they need, or some type of coaching? That's what I'm looking for. Is there a way that, okay, you're over there in California, we're over here in Michigan. So if we decide to say okay, I want to go get, learn more about nutrition, or I want to be coached on how, to stay fit, is there a way to get a hold of somebody on your website?
Yes, just contact us, just list your concerns, and we will get back with you within 24 hours.
Okay, but what about the coaching? I'm looking for, you said 2 weeks. I'm looking at somehow, I remember we talked about that you're taking us throughout the U.S.
Right,
okay.
And if I have, I do speaking engagements, and I would be happy to come anywhere for speaking engagement and set up, because right now I'm working here in California and also in Las Vegas. And, this is not just a local problem. We all realize that. So my goal is to maybe get with every state in the U.S. and maybe go worldwide.
Okay. You know what? Yes. Okay. Then, and to the viewers and to your readers here, that what I'm trying to show is that he has a program that's working. As a certified nutritionist, he has a program that's working, and on his website, we should be able to get the information needed to, to start some type of program, or his website, or somebody from his organization can help us even while they're there. And I guess what I'm saying, Kevin, is even while you and your team is there, is there a way that we can, how about this? Or if maybe that's another way I keep jumping out there and like a visionary. Is there a possibility, because you got a lot of dynamic things here going for you and going for your team as well as your organization, is there a possibility to have something created as far as a video, a health treatment type video?
Yes, it is. And also, just for once with maybe a short seminar or example or explanation of certain things that, we can put out there for them to just, get their mind going to see, hopefully to point them in the right direction.
Okay, so that's where you were going with this, and I thought something back in my mind about.
So you was thinking for me too, huh?
Yeah. You're taking this in a very major scale.
Yes.
And you're not thinking small. You're definitely outside the box and outside the circle. Okay. Right. And what you have is that access, mobility to create these gyms, because see, if you notice, I'm going from the book. We'll still go, but and this is actually part of your personal life. But from the books, the video to, because you had stated a gym, okay, or gyms plural, the gyms yes. that you have, okay, just my size gyms. So these just my size gyms is how I'm looking at it, is that, okay, this nutritionist gym, you know what, better yet, it makes it easier. Explain about because I'm looking about the programs that you have. Explain about the gym or the gyms. How are you setting the gyms up?
The gyms would be set up with a on-staff nurse, 2 trainers, nutritionists, and the kids will go through exercise. They will come maybe twice a week, and once a week, the nutritionist will sit down with the parents and the kids to see what the progress is, see how they're changing their diets, and if they're changing their diets in the right direction, and also coaching them on maybe cooking tips and things like that.
Excellent. So it's not a weight gym. We go in there like Gold's Gym and lift the weight.
Oh no. It's a healthy gym. All the exercises that the kids will be doing will be floor exercises. No machines, no nothing.
Like the calisthenics.
Yes.
Yeah, watch it. Got the words on the track. Dead on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamar. Wow. Yeah.
I've run out of answers, I've run out of time, and I'm so confused that I'm losing my mind. It's gonna take a miracle to help me this time. I'm traveling a road that has not one sign. Help me, ooh, have mercy, oh yeah, set my soul free.
He's all right. But when you talk about getting laid off from a job, or you're talking about husband and wife leaving you don't know how you're going to get through it. God is still right there.
This is my plea, you see. I need an angel. I'm calling an angel.
But there's ultimately something better. There's a blessing for you, but you have to go through it.
I'm carrying a load that's too heavy for me. Have nowhere to go, so I'm down on my knees. I'm trying to see the forest, but there's this one tree. Can't understand why I'm sinking so deep. Help me, help me. Won't you have mercy? Set my soul free, please, and let the bell in my heart ring. Oh, this is my cry. This is my plea. I need an angel. I need an angel. Oh, send me an angel. Send it on down. Hear me now. I need an angel. Need an angel. Need an angel. Send me an angel. Send it on down.
Okay, that's what I thought. See, that's what I was getting to. See, you have these type of programs where actually when you do a video, we don't have to try to, oh my gosh, I got to go to Kmart or I have to go to Walmart to turn around
some weights.
and get weights, or I have to go to Gold's Gym with my tablet or phone or something. So I'm watching the video and I've got got to go through all that.
This is something they can do at home. The whole family can do it.
Yes, and that's what I was looking at. It's something that we can do at home, and that's where it's productive for an entire family.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we're going for. Yeah.
Because our goal is to target our youth, but within targeting our youth, we're involving the whole family, and that's our main goal: is getting the whole family healthy. But but we're looking at our youth, trying to get them, because statistics show that if a kid is obese overweight at the age of 5,
Yes.
generally they'll carry that through their life, adulthood. So we're trying to catch that. Also, while we're working with the kids, the rest of the family gets healthy.
Yes, well, that's what I was looking at. When I say family, because it was better to me to say, okay, I'm looking at this way. It says, all right, here we have as a family, it says we have the parent and then the child. What I'm looking at is the child's obese, but can a child come out of it unless the child is able to somehow gravitate with the parent, or the parent gravitate with the child? Because like you say, fast foods and eating and stuff like that, usually when children, let's say like back in our day when McDonald's was started getting big, and to this point now, that is the quickest way to go eat, between times during school, after school, on the Saturdays, go to McDonald's or Wendy's, because the parents are not hardly much at home. You see where I'm going with it?
You have to realize most parents work.
Yes.
So they're tired, they come home, all they want to do is grab something on their way home. And, that brings out in book 1 an example of that. Most of the parents, they just want to come, grab something to eat,
yes,
and feed the kids because they're tired. This shows how certain book 3, or actually book 4, will show different ways where they can cook, and
who's
crock pots and things
who's
like
they
that.
Can cook? The children or the parents?
The parents, but there will be the small recipes in there for the children too, that they can make for themselves, healthy snacks that they can do for themselves.
Okay. Yes, and that's what I was looking at. I was looking more at how it's going to transfer over with the child's obese. So mainly it's trying to teach the child how to, because the parents are, they work a lot. Okay.
Right.
Since they work, now I'm going back into a question again, because since they work a lot, we somehow we have to stay in tune with the children. So how do we put the parents in the equation? Because we don't want the children to fall back or relapse from it.
Well,
the parents got to be in it somehow.
Well, one thing it is that if we can, instead of the kids, a lot of them have no activities to do. They do their homework. They sit there. They're texting. They're playing video games and like that, and they're sitting there eating potato chips and things like that. My goal is to have them be able to fix their own healthy snacks that taste good, as a substitute for all this grease and salt and things that are in and sugars that are in junk, the snacks that they're getting now. And if they can do that,
very good,
and then their parents are cooking healthy, then we're on our way.
Excellent, very good. So it does start now. That's a good way to look at it. To start with the child or get a hold of the kids is to reach out to them with this program, reach out to them so that they can be able to, and that is the perfect term, substitute the junk food, like the bag of potato chips, for something healthy to eat, and make that become a habit. And then from that becoming a habit, then they can also learn how to safe foods that they can cook. Is that right? Or they can make?
Yes, and it's going to be a long process, because if you have fruit on one hand and you have a bag of potato chips on the other hand, which one are you going to choose? We're trying to make it where it's.
I'll choose both. Get healthy right now and then eat snacks later on after playing a video game.
Right, we try to make it where it's comfortable for them that they go grab the snacks, because the information that we have in the books, it's designed where it would touch them. Whereas they say, I'll give you an example. My daughter, she's a pescatarian.
Yes.
And the reason why she did that is because some films that she saw in school about the heart and how certain types of meat block arteries and things like that. And my dad had 2 heart attacks. So she told me, I don't want to have a heart attack, Daddy. I'm going to be a vegetarian. So then she would start off a vegetarian, then she started eating seafoods. So she has the mindset that that's not what she wants to do. She wants to try to be healthy, and she's the president of the company.
Wow. So you know what? That's an opening introduction to something new about between the vegetarian and eating healthy. But we'll say that for a little while later.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about tell us a little bit about yourself, because you're working in 2 areas now. I mean, California and Las Vegas. Woo! I'm gonna tell you something. Are you driving back and forth?
Well, no, not yet.
Because that's a long road.
Hey, the gas.
Oh my gosh!
Price of gas over here is almost $5. So I'm not driving, but.
What's that mountain called? Great Mountain, or what's that mountain called? We have to drive up it. That you have to make sure if you're in
Cajon Pass. Cajon Pass.
Oh my gosh, that is insane! You're actually going up a mountain. I mean, that's over an hour or something going up a mountain to go down and then keep driving off to Vegas. You're talking about massive wear and tear in the car or the vehicle.
Yes, it is. And you're going across there now, it's about 106 going through there now.
They have more gas stations now?
No, they're still scattered out.
Oh, man. Woo. That's terrible. But anyway, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you know, as I mentioned in the past show, this year will be 30 years. 30 years ago, I started my first company.
Yes.
Heavy equipment company. Now I have 4 companies, but the one I'm really passionate about now is WLL, because it's giving back. Also, it's helping everyone live a healthy life.
Yes.
Being in the construction field all my life, that's all I knew. So I had to retrain myself to do more reading, research, more studying to become a nutritionist, also be certified in fitness. And that's something that I hadn't studied since I was in high school. So,
wow.
You starting a construction company, you get you a tractor, you get going. This one, you have a lot of research to do. There's a lot of things that you don't think about until it's up on you. So that means that's more studying, research, and a lot of time spent.
Wow. But still, about you've already went out to an event. You surpassed that construction. I mean, this is something that you're passionate about, for healthy eating. You know what? You're a family man. Come to think about it, you're a family man. So what does the family think about this nutrition aspect, the direction that you're taking everything to?
Well, actually, if you look at the book, two of the characters out there are my two kids, so they like it. So
Yes.
they're my kids are supportive. My parents are real supportive.
Yes.
The thing about it is that if you talk to my parents, they said they never thought I'd do something like this. They said, and then when I told them I was writing a book, they almost passed out.
Yes.
But when you have a good supporting staff, family members, I have Kim. She runs everything in Vegas for me, and she gets things lined up. She has all the contacts because she runs a nonprofit there.
Wow.
So I ran into her at our class reunion, and we just sat down. We just started talking, and I told her what I was doing, and she just told me one thing. She said, "I got you," and she hasn't let me down yet. So I give a lot of thanks to Kim for getting me where I am in Vegas.
Wow. Yes. Hey, and one more thing before we go into break. The eating backwards to move forward. Okay, now we're going back to eating backwards to move forward. I'm still going to throw that out there about that being a vegan.
Yes.
Okay. Is it healthy to an extent? You're a nutritionist, or I didn't realize you can eat seafood and stuff like that.
But the thing about it is, you have to do your research because there are certain irons you get from red meats that you have to have in your body. So you need to do your research to see what vegetables you can take to replenish those certain irons and minerals that you get from meat.
Oh, wow.
And also, it's good to take a multivitamin to make sure that your system doesn't crash, and you want to make sure that you get all the nutrients you need. So it's not something like you just stop. I'm just going to stop eating meat, and I'm just going to eat vegetables, because you'll end up killing yourself. You have to do your research and know what vegetables that you have to make sure you have plenty of to keep your immune system going.
I'm glad we're on the same page. I was just thinking about that. So how are you going to transition that? I mean, go from one extreme to the other.
You can't just stop and do it.
We have to do our homework because
yes.
Because what you actually clarified it for a lot of us about meat, eating meat, and from eating meat that there's certain irons or proteins, whatever we need from the meat, and if we automatically stop, our body chemistry or whatever it is that in nutrition will start to deplete. Is that correct?
That's correct. And a lot of people talk about, well, I don't want to eat fat. There's good fats and bad fats. So your body, that's something that you really have to think about before you just up and say, I'm going to do something. Because it's going to take a while for your body to get adjusted. And if you're not eating the right foods, you'll end up weak, dehydrated, and sick.
Oh, okay. Yes. And we will be right back with more of Leslie Kevin Wilkes. And this time it will be eating backwards in order to move forward.
Yeah, watch it. Got the words on the track. That on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamont. Wow. Yeah.
Why should our kids eat healthy? That's a good question. What happens when they don't eat healthy? Well, eating unhealthy leads to an unhealthy life. What can it lead to, you may ask? It can lead to childhood obesity, which leads to diabetes, high blood pressure, and also heart problems. It also can lead to our kids taking medicines at an early age and also extended hospital stays. How can we bring awareness to our kids about childhood obesity? How can we bring awareness to our parents about childhood obesity? Bringing awareness to our kids and their families about childhood obesity helps the whole family. Everyone is healthy and everyone is happy. I think I might have the solution. Follow me and let's see.
That the answers that they will be looking up, they have to buy book 4 to check out book 3,
to make sure they
which
got the
came
right
from
answers.
book 1 and 2.
And I just want to say one thing. If you like the pictures in book 1, they're 100% better in book 2. My man, I want to give thanks again to my man Tim James.
Yes.
He told me, he said, you like book 1? He said, book 2 is like, book 1's like I got nothing on book 2. And if you see the pictures, they're just so realistic. And I just want to thank him. You know, I love everything he's doing, him and his wife. Mm-hmm. And he's, you know, I'm glad he's feeling better. And,
Same
you know,
here.
we're just moving along.
Same here. Yeah, you know, he's an awesome guy. I mean,
yes, he is.
He does it all. It's interesting. You know, I mean, he done just moved up the ladder. I mean, he really don't need no introduction. His creativity in drawing is astounding.
You know what? Even if someone wants to buy the book, they don't even have to read it. They can just look at the pictures. And it'll describe what that certain page is about because of how in depth his drawings are.
That's another thing about Tim. That's an artist right there.
Yes,
I mean,
a true artist.
Anybody
can draw a picture.
The motion,
everything
in it. Just for a children's book, and about eating. It was funny that he did that cover of eating backwards to move forward, and I'm looking at this, and I'm going, you know, how in the world? And I looked, and the kid was walking backwards. And he's going forward, but walking backwards. Or should I say he's walking forward, but his back was turned, and he was eating a sub backwards.
Right.
Remember that one? And the new pictures, oh my gosh. The new pictures, you know, you got me ready to sing "We Are the World." But he's an incredible drawer, or I like to say
Illustrator.
Designer. All right, is there anything else, you know, you'd like to, I mean, the floor is open, we've got a few minutes. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us, you know, your viewers and readers?
I just want to let all my audience know that I would, you know, please go on my website. We have a few things that we're adding, but there's certain events that we have done. There's information. There's letters of support from Michelle Obama and certain leaders, because everyone knows that this is something that touches everyone. Yes. And you know, the worst thing to see is an unhealthy kid that's sick. So we're trying to eliminate that. And not only if a kid is not obese, what we're trying to stress is healthy eating for the kids, the family, and everyone else. And that goes a long way. I just want to thank all my supporters. I want to thank you for all the help you've given me. And thanks for book 2 coming out tomorrow. And I want to thank I want to thank the support of my parents, my kids, Kim Buckner, my trainers. I want to thank everybody that supported me and will continue to support me in this effort.
Excellent. Thank you. Looking forward for your book coming out tomorrow. And we are all looking forward to hearing more great things about you and the work and your works. Okay.
Thank you.
And you know, of course, WLL Enterprises Inc. or Incorporated. And his website again is WLLenterprisesinc.org. Alrighty, you know what? It's about that time, and thank you for coming on again. As a matter of fact, I want you to come back on again for in the near future, because you said you have 6. You're working on up to 6 books. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. Then I'll tell you what, and everybody, we'll be right back after this.
As long as you
I'm
publish
sorry.
them,
I'm
I'll
sorry.
be putting them out.
Go ahead. Yes.
As long as you publish them, I'll be putting them out.
Huh?
As long as you publish my books, I will be putting them out.
So we stepped away from break for you to turn around and have me republish more books. You know what? You got it. You got it. Done deal. Done deal. I'll be honored to have your books published.
And I'll be honored to have you do it.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for everything. Tell Tim and his wife I said hello, and I'm glad that he's getting healthy. Just, and I missed him, so.
He's ready to produce his, he's ready for you to put his second book out, I believe.
Oh, okay. Excellent. That makes me happy to hear that. All right. Well, without further ado, we'll be right back after this. See you in a minute. Yes, welcome back. Oh, that was great. I mean, we learned something, haven't we? That's one thing I like about these shows, is that did we take something home with us? And I want to make sure that we have learned something, especially, I know sometimes it sounds like trick questions, but actually these are questions where we try to excel and communicate with one another, stimulate the brain. In other words, like the nutrition. It's one of the things about it is it's not about knocking somebody down for if they want to be a vegan or I always call it just eating salads or whatever, no. What it is that we need to be able to watch how we eat. And the other thing about watching how we eat is taking those proper steps. We can't jump off into one thing into the other. Actually, you take proper steps. Hey, I thought about with Asia or the Orient. I love Chinese food. And I can think about like Kung Fu Theater. And they always eating rice. And I'm like, how do they survive off of eating rice? And you'd be surprised how certain cultures eat certain things and survive from it. But it doesn't say that you could just stop from one point and jump into the other. What we're saying is that learning about nutrition, from being too thin, too skinny, being too heavy, overweight, or obese, is to learn how to balance yourself. and especially as children today. So what he is trying to provide, Leslie Kevin Wilkes, is to try to provide solutions and how to, watch your cholesterol as children, watch your cholesterol, how to, overcome obesity with on eating the right way, substituting, from these bag of chips to maybe an apple or something that's viable and conducive to be healthy for you as well as for your family. And I always like looking at the family thing, because the fact that if the children's going to learn how to get healthy, the children can help train the parents and get them into that, into that swing to get heavy. I mean, not heavy, to help them to become a part of, as a nutritionist family. And that's the bottom line. I'm looking at, the healthy aspects of it all. Well, anyway, you know what? I done talked your ears off and my ears off enough. So I tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing all of you next week, and we'll have fun once again. Have a good night.
Yeah, watch it. Got the words on the track. That on the boards. Church. Bishop Lamont. Wow. Yeah, the statistics shows my ballistic flows generate big cake, not with candles that spaghetti them O's. I'm so ready, I done pack my clothes. I'm so heavy with no D. How them boys, I rock them gators more than Dundee boys. I'm the real raw deal, y'all just steal decoys like them duck hunters running, blowing whistles, making noise. It's official, tell them missiles, I'm the dizzle, flow sizzle, faux shizzle. I'm off the hizzy, busy signal. I got that hustle muscle for that green like Luther Rick. No, not from New Orleans, but can you see me, homie? Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check a text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check a text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you.
Yeah, look around, left, right, up and down. Ain't nobody like me. Wrist so icy, colors like iced tea. Them diamonds get pricey. Got rich now, everybody so nice to me. I'm a whiz kid, Doogie Howser. Just like the game, snatch your dame, I'm Bowser. Spit hot flames, stay sagging in my trousers. Even on church day, the preacher like no way. And Miss Jenkins like, Lord, take them demons away. In my headphones, Jesus walks by Kanye. Mackin' to a chickie, trying to get some kissy kissy. You can nibble on my neck, but no hickey.
Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check a text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you. Mic check, check 1, 2. If it ain't a check a text, that's all I'm gon' do. Mic check, check 1, 2. If you ain't talking dollars, I can't understand you.
Baby, I'm the bomb diggy. Girls be begging for another chance like I'm Biggie. I run the city, call me P. Diddy. My life's Whoopi Goldberg, it ain't nothing pretty. It's been a long time coming, this ain't happened quickly. Overnight, try more like over and over into the morning light. Steady trying to get it right.